Hello, I'm Rich Krebs, and welcome to this week's BizShare Networking Show. It's a show where multiple businesses share their social media friends with each other. So get ready to hear about 4 great companies and a local nonprofit. You might even want to offer your services to these companies. But please make sure you say hi on their Facebook pages and give them an opportunity to serve you and your friends. Now let's get this show moving. If you ever wanted to know what pay-per-click advertising was all about, you want to make sure that you're getting paid per click and it actually works for you, and that's what Sierra Pacific Marketing Solutions does. Mr. Danny Gathright, how are you?
I'm good.
So pay-per-click, what's that all about, and how do we get people to actually click?
Well, it sounds kind of funny when you say it. It sounds like a paper clip, but it's not.
Right.
We call it paid placement.
Okay.
Okay. In Google, if you want to be on page 1 of Google, you have to get there either organically or you have to pay to get there.
Okay.
And so our job is to make that paid advertisement for our clients.
Okay.
So pay-per-click, what it means is that we get them on page 1, and usually the top part or on the side, you see those advertisements when you go to Google, that's the paid portion.
Okay.
All the rest of them are organic. So what we do is we get them there in that paid section, and then every time someone clicks on that link, they pay Google.
Got
so
it.
that's how the advertising works. They pay Google to be on page 1 of Google.
And instead of that shotgun approach too, that there's 600 million users of Facebook or something where you're hoping someone looks, you're actually directing traffic, but they only pay when you've actually made that ad work for them.
Yes, and that's a good way to put it, because they want their dollars to be very specific and go to their definite target market.
Sure.
And so that's what we do with pay-per-click. It's relevant to their target market, and only those people see the clicks.
And everything we're talking about, World Wide Web and digital internet, but you say organically. What do you mean by organically, and how do we make that work for us?
Organically just means you're not paying Google to get there. There's a lot of different hoops you got to jump through, on page, off page. And the bad thing about it is a lot of times Google can change the rules anytime they want, which they've done recently several times, and people lose their ranking. They're no longer on front page, and sometimes they actually get kicked off of Google.
Right, and the whole point then is having a team like Sierra Pacific Marketing Solutions that can make sure that is all optimized, so when people are paying per click, you're actually getting results out of it.
We want them to get results and to make money and be successful.
And that's what we want you to do, and that's what BizShare Networking is all about. So make sure you share Sierra Pacific Marketing Solutions with your friends, and we'll be right back with more. Because your home is probably your most expensive asset, you want to make sure that everything goes into the plan and the design so that that thing stays as valued as it can possibly be, and that's why you hire Taylor Home Design. Brett, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Rich?
Very well, and happy to have you here again today. People that are thinking about remodeling, building from scratch, but they want that dream home to come through. There might be some questions they can ask before they even give you a call, so that they kind of have a vision before then you can shape and mold it into their dream home.
That's correct. I think it's a good idea for a homeowner to do their homework before they even start. So some questions I might ask in an initial meeting, which they could answer beforehand, is basically, let's start with square footage. What's your target square footage? Now that could vary based on when they start telling me what they want in their house and how many bedrooms, game room, great room. I mean, it's some typical things.
Right.
If there's more than that, then we might start
I got
talking.
a budget for 1,500 square feet, but I want a man cave.
That's
well,
right.
Let's rethink this.
So it's good, yes, if the homeowner can go and do some research beforehand, decide what they want, even maybe look on, get pictures, collect some information of what they're looking for in a home.
When couples sit down with you, do you have that time too? They haven't thought this through, and they thought, okay, I've heard great things about Taylor Home Design. I'm going to talk to Brett. But they sit down and they're not on the same page. So she wants this big, beautiful kitchen and display great room. He wants the man cave or the bigger master bedroom, and all of a sudden they don't even know what they want when they sit down with you.
Yes, it's typically not a problem, but it is good for husband and wife to sit and communicate beforehand. Most of the time men are they want to make sure they have at least a 3-car garage.
Right.
And they aren't really concerned about the size of the bedroom or a walk-in closet, but it is always good.
A fridge and a place to sleep.
That's right. So it's always good though for them to sit and communicate and find out exactly make sure they're on the same page before they get too far along in the process, so that it makes the whole process go smoother.
Right. Well, when you get on the right page, then you want to give Brett a call at Taylor Home Design to make sure that dream home comes out exactly the way you had it envisioned. And also remember to share with your friends, BizShare Networking, Taylor Home Design, and they will make it happen for you. We'll be right back. You may have those spare bedrooms in your house right now where you're making your house your palace, but you don't want a big mattress right in the middle of that room. Well, one of the things you can do then is put in an old wall bed or a Murphy bed, and Gary O's is known to have the best of the best. Gary, how are you?
Good, been good.
So talk to me a little bit about wall beds and Murphy beds. They're not quite just an old spring falling out from the wall like they used to be now. You have pieces of art that are actually functional.
Right, they look beautiful cabinets. You can add on side pieces to it. You can put a desk off to one side. They're really space saving, great.
Sure. A lot of people, if they've turned a room in the house into the gym or that kind of thing, they can just push the elliptical to the side. Now the bed comes right out of the wall for those times when people come over.
Right.
How do they operate? I mean, is it something it takes an engineering degree to get the thing out of the wall?
Real simple. You just reach up, grab the board going across, that becomes the leg, and releases the bed, and it comes down, and then your bed's there.
Now, I had a chance to talk to you before, and some of the dynamics that you have in those Murphy beds, you can actually kind of make it turn into something a little more like Transformers, where all of a sudden it's partially a desk.
Well, we have one that's called a desk bed.
Okay.
You can put your computer on it, your sewing machine, whatever you're into, and as you pull it down, a bed rotates forward.
Nice.
And everything where the computer is stays perfectly flat.
Beautiful. Well, a lot of people, they've seen those in the old movies and think that it was a thing of the past and that it would have been nice to have, and then they can't find them anywhere. When they come in to see you at Gary O's Furniture, they're kind of amazed at the selection and the dynamics of what you can build for them if they have this dream in their mind of what it can be.
Yeah, we sell a lot of wall beds.
Right.
It's really amazing.
Because of doing such an amazing job.
And it's not just in Fresno, Clovis. I mean, we're always going to the coast or,
Sure. Keeping with the theme of what you do,
yeah.
It's all about seeing that room too. You want to come in and make sure that you've got the right wall bed to fit that room.
Correct.
You
Very good.
want to make that happen for your house and make it that much more functional when the guests do arrive, and a room you can still use when they're not around? Go see Gary O. And again, keep sharing this great business on BizShare Networking. We'll be right back. So you're watching those meters roll, you want to do something about it, maybe even get some money back, call the pros at Donald P. Dick. We've got David Dick here in studio, the Vice President. David, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm good, because you're here to save people some money. Let's talk about some rebates that could be out there for energy upgrades.
Yeah, so in the past we've talked about the Fresno Tune-Up program with the free energy audit that you can get done by the City of Fresno and Consul and the various entities. So the next logical step from there is to step into what's called Energy Upgrade California. So this is basically a state-sponsored utility or rebate program through the utilities. So PG&E, SoCal Edison, those guys, they're going to pay you money for making energy improvements to your house. And so the way that this program works is you would have a energy audit done, which right now Fresno Tune-Up does it for free. Fantastic. Let's save that $700 up front. Then from there, you'd have a contractor similar to us. There's a bunch of us on the Energy Upgrade California website approved for advanced package stuff. But basically, we would come out and we would address the entire energy footprint of your house, from the modeled windows to the air conditioning to the water heater. You can talk about things like solar upgrades. There's a lot of different things.
Very
Weather
thorough.
sealing. Yeah, I mean, everything you can think of in your house plugs in at one point or another. It has an electrical draw. If you do something to improve that device's efficiency, it applies for the program. So it's a fantastic way to go from one program that's free into another program that's designed to get you rebates up to $4,000 towards energy efficiency. And the nice thing about that $4,000 that you just saved, you're going to have recurring energy savings every month going forward.
And that's a great point you're making. It's money in your pocket right now, but it could be money in the pocket now for up into limitless in the future.
Absolutely.
Why don't you call the pros at Donald P. Dick and make sure if you're thinking about any kind of upgrade, you make it an energy upgrade, get some money back in your pocket right now, and save for the future, and also share this great company with your friends. We'll be right back. It's always nice to be a part of something that is a win-win situation, and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's team and training is a win-win. One, you get in shape, and two, you're helping somebody else out. So Rosemary, welcome to the show, and tell me a little bit about how that whole process goes together to help make team and training work.
Well, the Team and Training Program is the #1 endurance training program in the world. Not only do we train you to cross the finish line, whether it's in cycling or running or walking a marathon or even doing a triathlon, but all the while they're training, they're also raising valuable funds for the team, for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society.
And you don't let somebody go out there on their own. You have an amazing system in place to make the success happen
Exactly.
when they get involved with you.
Yes, and sometimes for some people the fundraising is one of the most intimidating parts of the program. And what's great about it is we do give you all of the tools that you need to do this, including websites where people can go in and donate to you online. We've been doing this for over 25 years. We have mentors set up that will guide you along the whole way. All of our staff, all of our coaches have all done the fundraising. So we have the tools that you need, and it's really a lot simpler than a lot of people think.
And I was shocked at how easy you made it on me too. And it was fun to go in there and just watch that goal just start climbing very quickly. I mean, all the tools in
is.
place makes it easy so you can actually focus on your training.
It is. It is very easy. And what's amazing thing, and people say this every season to me, is they were shocked with how many people just gave. And because, you know, whether it's a leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma, any type of blood-related cancer, people have that connection to cancers, and that is what tugs at the heart and makes them want to give back and help.
Well, Rosemary, we appreciate you being here, and as you know, campaign manager, you got a tough job ahead of you, but not as tough as the people that you're trying to help. We sure appreciate it.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for watching this edition of our BizShare Networking Show. If you or your business would like to take part in this creative and remarkable social media concept, give my friends at Adventure Video a call, and they will put your company in the spotlight.